Lauer Radio.
Hey, welcome one and all to the #1 podcast, winter, spring, and fall. Talking sports for the thrill of it all. Hey, talking life, but we're killing it all. Jason and Dan with the master plan. These are dangerous men with the mic in the hand. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lauer Radio.
Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Yeah. Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lauer Radio.
Let's get it.
What? Do we have a problem? I don't want to waste
At Tanagra, When the Walls Fell, this is Dan Owings coming at you another time for Lauer Road Radio with my co-host, as always, Jason. How are you doing today?
Good. I really think we should just make sure.
Well, Stella's making that face that she makes usually 10 minutes before she tells us something went wrong.
Yeah.
Like you see that face. Like, well,
the camera went black like 10 minutes ago.
You know, she makes that like her body posture is like in such a way that makes me feel like something's going wrong. But then you wait, she doesn't say anything. You're like, yeah, we're probably fine.
We're probably
Since she hasn't
fine.
said anything.
Yeah.
And then the thing
Now's the
ends,
time to say something.
And she's like, 30 minutes ago, it was.
Are we good?
Why
on
are
a
you-
scale of 1 to 10, what would you guess?
10.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. At Tanagra, When the Walls Fell.
I already did all that.
Oh.
Jason, how are you doing today?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm tired.
Tired.
Work has been tough.
You know, Jason, if it was fun, they wouldn't have to pay for it. That's what our father always told me when I complained. And I was like, Dad, you don't pay me. And he's like, get over it.
Touche.
I don't think you understand.
When in Rome. It'll come to you.
Yeah, it's a little warm out today. Now, last week we did not record an episode.
Yes.
Our fans were irate.
We got so much hate mail.
There was rioting
Yeah,
in the
I know,
streets.
I know.
There literally was rioting.
Related
in the streets.
and unrelated to the show.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I can only assume that it was mostly related.
I think so. Well, locally, for sure.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
The New York riots, we don't know what
Listen,
they were.
I don't want to alarm you, Jason.
Yeah. We're very big in the New York market.
But my wife and kids,
Mm.
well, they've left me. So, yeah.
As expected.
We all saw it coming.
Yeah.
And I immediately sent them a GIF that said, as Kevin from Home Alone said, I made my family disappear. So they drove away. I'm going to go get them heroically. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to say, I'll shape up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No more Twinkies for me, I promise. But
she left because you're fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And so anyway, they spent the night in Des Moines, Iowa.
Yeah.
And
Minus the S.
well, no, it's spelled. No, it has an S on it.
I know. It's Des Moines.
I don't know.
Iowa.
Are we talking about maybe we're not talking about the same Des Moines.
Music Man?
Are you talking about the one that's right next to Illinois?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then they were going north to Fargo, and they had an extra hour. I won't give all the logistics, but either way, suffice to say they had some extra time. So
They're
Erica,
driving from Ohio to Montana.
Yes.
Okay.
So Erica says, Levi, where is Clarion, Iowa? The birthplace of you and I.
Yes.
And he says, well, it looks like it's maybe 30 minutes, kind of a detour, maybe 30 minutes. And so they decide to use their extra time to stop by our birthplace. And I'm concerned because they drove all around the town, and apparently even the statue of us that must have been erected in Clarion is no longer there.
No.
So the statue
They tore it down.
has probably been torn down.
It probably happened last week when we skipped the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was one of the racist things that you said.
I never said anything racist.
Listen, in today's culture, we can make it what we want to make it.
That
You
is
know what I
true.
mean? So
I spent, we were together at a camp with some kids, but I left from there and went to Oklahoma. 105 degrees on
yikes.
Saturday.
That's
105.
not okay.
No.
I'm not okay with that.
No, it was awful.
Yeah.
I mean, here it's like 85. It feels awful.
Yeah.
Not nearly as bad as Oklahoma.
It was hot at the camp too. It was humid.
It was.
It just felt like
It
was
rained
kind of like
every day and
down
it got
in
worse.
a valley. You had to kind of drive down into the thing to get there, and it just was like this, just heat and mugginess just sitting in there. And you stepped outside, it was like,
mugginess.
But I had control over the air conditioning in my, as did you.
Yes.
And you could set a temperature.
It was a constant battle in my room. because
Let's get into it.
apparently
Let's get into it.
I like it like 64 degrees.
I set mine at 64.
What?
I did.
That's what I wanted.
I set it at 64.
Well, okay, so
You're like, we got electrical equipment in here.
yeah,
You know
like
what I
we
mean?
got to keep things
Yeah.
cool. I
Uh-huh.
got MacBooks, I've got
Sure.
tablets, I've got
Right.
cameras,
Mhm.
and he wanted it set like at 72. I'm like,
72.
this I know.
What, is he a crazy person?
I agree.
72?
I know.
Why even turn it on?
That's what I said.
So what
And
did you
we
land on?
compromised at 68. Except when he wasn't there, I always
Yeah,
like
you
click,
did.
click,
Yeah, you did.
at least down to 66.
Here's the problem for him.
Yeah.
The difference, is that he is what you would call, I know you don't have a lot of experience with this.
Mhm.
He's like just like an honest person. Like just, Yeah. And he like set the temperature, like in his mind, 72 is what he wants.
Yeah.
But you're thinking, I could live with 66 just fine, but you're going to tell him 64.
Of course I said
so
that.
that you
Of
can
course.
settle at a
No, I
different.
would have set it at 64,
Mhm.
but I did bump it a few degrees lower
You knew.
in that conversation. I knew.
You knew. And so you could.
I'd have been
get
happy at
closer to what you-
68.
Yeah.
66 better. 66 or 64 would have been
I had it
a little
64 all
cold.
week long. I could see my breath when I was sleeping. It was amazing.
When we lived in Tulsa,
Mhm.
when we're going to school down there, you really could see your breath.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not
No,
an
we
exaggeration.
Put it as low as we could get
We
it.
blacked out all the doors,
we
all the
lived in
windows.
almost like a basement, like it was a sub.
Yeah.
It wasn't. There were some windows up high
Right.
in our apartment,
Right.
so it was already.
It was
kind
almost
of,
like that split level house.
it was more naturally insulated.
Right.
And so we black out everything.
Yeah.
And then just keep on going down till you can't go down anymore.
Yeah.
Hoodies,
Oh,
hats, like
was so great.
everything. Playing Xbox like this, freezing cold.
It was great.
Yeah. Mhm.
Those were some of the best days of my life.
That's what a life lived, Jason. I think
In a dark, cold basement.
eating subpar bologna
No,
off of a George Foreman grill.
It was subpar bologna. But we also had access to a thrift store,
Yeah, we
which we had Little
Mhm.
Debbie's for 10 cents a box.
did. Mhm.
A whole box of oatmeal cream pie for 10
Yeah.
cents?
It was the
How are you
life.
not going to pass that up?
I don't see how you could.
We would buy like $3 worth of Little Debbie's at the thrift store and
Mhm.
eat like kings.
Kings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I miss those days.
So we grew up close to Waldo,
Mhm.
Ohio.
Yes.
And in Waldo they had the GNR and world famous fried bologna sandwich.
That's what the sign says.
I'm home by myself.
Yeah.
I gotta go to White Castle
Mm,
and I
yeah.
gotta go to GNR at some point and get the bologna sandwich.
Yes.
Anyway, so when we lived in Tulsa, we had this idea. Let's make. I think we were talking about it.
Yeah.
We said we can make fried bologna sandwich. We just got to
Of
get
course.
bologna
That's right.
from the deli,
Thick cut.
thick cut. You can't just put a bunch of. If you're making at home, if you're making a fried bologna sandwich and you
Yeah.
want it to be like that,
Don't get the store bought.
and then just say, well, I'll
Sliced,
just put
yeah.
7 of them together.
No, it doesn't work.
No, because then they all like fold in
Crinkle,
at the
yeah.
edges. It's not the same.
It's not the
It's
same.
not the same.
Yeah.
So you got to go to the deli and
Yes.
ask him to cut it thick, like
Right.
really thick.
Now, do you prefer beef bologna or do you prefer?
Yeah, it's a beef bologna. 100%.
I'm just asking.
It's kosher.
Okay.
As long as they kill the animal upside down, so it's drained blood drains
Okay,
out of it.
that'll
I
be
think
fine,
That's
yeah.
what. Anyway, so we were in Tulsa. We had this idea, and tell the story about the guy from the deli because I
Well,
just love this.
We went to the grocery store, and it was called Reese's, and it was
Reese's is a quality grocery store.
it was fine.
Mhm.
It was you've got food there.
Yeah.
It wasn't Walmart.
Mm-mm.
So we go to the deli. We're going through the whole in the cabinet. There's meat everywhere,
Mhm. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So we find the bologna, the log of bologna that we want.
log of bologna.
That is the bologna that we want.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And
Wait a minute. Stop before you go on.
Yes.
At this point, you're what 20?
Yeah, and you're
I'm
18.
18.
Yeah.
I had never in my life ever ordered anything
What?
from a deli. You know what I mean? Like I had never.
Special ordered.
Yeah, and then
Right.
had never occurred to me
Yeah.
to do that before. That seemed like a thing like adults do. So even
Well, you're
now,
18,
Yeah.
living on your own.
Mhm. Even now, I'm feeling intimidated by the deli
I love
guy.
getting I know they
I
have
like it
pre-cut.
now.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
getting it
now
cut.
I do it all day. Are you kidding me? And
I don't care if they just cut it. I want to see you cut.
Here's the hack: they'll give you a taste test.
Ooh.
They'll be like, I know what kind of. Please,
Come on, of course.
Please, I know what kind of turkey I'm going to get. Okay. And then I'll say, I'm going to get some. I'll just want a couple pounds of turkey. They're like, well, do you want honey roasted turkey? Do you want oven roasted turkey? Do you want the sriracha turkey? Do you want the, they got
Yeah.
7 different
Buffalo turkey.
And I'm like, oh, you think I could? Can I taste the buffalo one? Oh, that's good. What's that honey roasted one? Can I get a taste of that?
Yeah.
I'll taste them all.
That's
I'll
lunch.
taste all the cheeses.
Yeah.
That's lunch.
Yeah.
Now, and then I'll get what I knew I was going to get. So we go up to the deli counter at Reese's.
Yeah, you have to flag the guy over because he sees us. We're kids.
It's like,
He
what are
doesn't
these
know we're
idiots?
adults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not. Why am I going to waste my time with these kids?
Yeah. Flag the guy over. Excuse me.
Mhm. Excuse me, sir.
Comes over. How may I help you today?
Mhm.
We felt very grown up at the time.
Mhm.
We would like some bologna, and we want to
Words
cut.
cannot describe how excited we were about this process.
Listen,
by the way,
I was so excited.
really giddy.
I think we bought an onion too
We're
because
like,
we're going to go home and chop
yeah.
it up.
Please.
Yeah. So we would like some bologna,
Mhm.
and we want to cut really, really thick.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, you got some ideas there, do you?" I think he was Irish. "Oh, you got some ideas there, do you?"
Oh man, I just
He
love that
knew what
story.
we were going to do.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. I just love this.
Just
story so
humor
much.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah. We want
And-
some bologna, and we
Yeah.
want to cut it really
seriously,
thick.
I'm going to go to the GNR. I don't know when.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow. Maybe Friday. I'm going to go to the GNR.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get myself a fried bologna sandwich.
It's excellent.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Jason,
was there something? I thought you were going somewhere, and then you got off.
that happens
It happens a
a
lot.
lot.
It was right before you said it was hot.
Mhm.
Stuff's going on. Then you
Mhm.
talked about your wife going to Clarion,
Mm-hmm.
but there was something right before that.
Statues were being taken down. I said that there was rioting in the streets because we didn't do an episode.
We
I
missed
think
it.
we've worked
Okay,
all the way
that's fine.
backwards. Every week. Well, are you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jason.
Yeah.
We talk about
3 things.
not one thing.
No.
We want to talk about one thing. We could do 2 things, and the masses would be happy.
Yes.
But we said, you know what? Let's do 3 things.
And not 4.
No, not 4.
No.
It's a cumulative 6, unless we happen to talk about the same thing.
Correct.
So this is the 3 and 3. The
Yes.
graphic should be right now. It should be right there. 3 and 3. Boom.
Yeah.
Just down.
With the Chuck Norris doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have already seen that. So Stella's you're gonna do that, right?
Post
Stella?
edit. Yeah.
Post edit. Okay. So what's your first thing?
I've got, of my 3 things tonight, I have 2 would you rathers.
Oh,
We haven't done this
I
in a while.
like a good would you rather.
I love would you rather.
Mhm.
Would you rather wear a wedding tuxedo every single day for the rest of your life?
Okay.
Or wear a bathing suit every day for the rest of your life?
Can I ask some questions?
Absolutely.
The bathing suit. Can I wear a t-shirt? Like, can I just wear them as shorts?
Do you wear a t-shirt when you jump in the pool?
It's because the sun on my skin. My doctor said it's not good for me. Did you ever know a skinny kid growing up
No.
that had that
No.
ailment?
No.
But I
It was
knew
only the chunky
I knew
kids.
lots of
Yeah.
chunky kids that
Yeah.
their doctors said
It's the sun.
the sun on
Yeah.
their skin, it wasn't good for their skin.
You look worse wearing a t-shirt.
It's worse.
Yeah.
It's far worse.
Just take the t-shirt off.
yeah, a wet t-shirt clinging to every crevice of your fatness. It's not a good look.
Listen, I've been there.
Yeah.
I'm halfway there now,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but I'm not wearing a t-shirt. So that's your choice.
So I'm going to go shirtless my whole life.
Yeah, it's a bathing suit.
So
Unless you
want
wanna
to
wear-
in a cold climate.
Do you want to wear? Well, yeah. I mean, you could
Well, and go outside shirtless all the time.
have a garage. You park the car in the garage.
I'm just saying.
You run from the parking lot to Walmart.
I need to be outside even when it's cold. There's lots of situations that are going to bring me outside. So
Okay.
I'll take the tuxedo.
The
I
wedding
guess.
tuxedo.
Yeah.
Your whole life.
I'm not happy about it. I will look good everywhere I go. Does it have to stay buttoned up and everything the whole
I think
time?
like the way you got married. Did you wear a tuxedo when you got married?
Yeah. Well, it was.
It was a
it was a
suit.
tie. It wasn't
Yeah.
a bow tie.
Yeah.
I don't know what makes a tuxedo a tuxedo.
I rented a tux,
Yeah.
but
I've rented a couple of tux.
that's the worst. Let me just say, I hope I never have to be officially in a wedding again.
I think we're kind of past that age.
I hope so.
Mhm.
I mean, when our kids get married eventually,
Yeah.
we'll just sit in the front row.
But
we're
as the dad,
nice.
you don't have to wear a tux.
No.
No.
So none of my friends, I hope they never get married, and if they do, don't ask me to be part of
I
it.
hope my friends never find happiness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to go.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't even want to go to the
I
wedding.
feel like weddings are way more relaxed than they used to be. It seems to me like even 15, 20 years ago, people dressed up more. I just think in general, people are dressing up less than they ever had.
I think it's the venue is what dictates that.
I guess.
We had a mutual friend get married at a softball diamond. You're
Yeah,
not
we
wearing a tux to a softball diamond.
No, some people wore suits. I didn't know what to wear because I'm like, I'm going to a wedding.
But it's at a baseball field.
Is at a baseball field. Where do I land here? The
I would have wore
groom-
that.
I wore nice shorts, nice
Yeah.
shoes, and a nice shirt. It wasn't like a t-shirt.
Yeah.
And I brought a hat because I'm outside.
Yeah.
So
But the venue, if the venue was an old 300-year-old Catholic church,
right.
you're not wearing shorts and a t-shirt.
No.
You're dressing up.
I'll wear at the very least
A
I'll
bathing
wear
suit.
some kind yeah, but not a tuxedo if I can help it.
Yeah.
But if given the choice between the bathing suit and the tuxedo,
Now, would you? Okay,
maybe
what
if
if
it
I
was
gave
a
you
Three
the?
Stooges one piece?
I was
bathing
just
suit?
going to say that. What if I gave you the choice of the 1920s one-piece bathing suit, a little tank top and the stripe?
Mhm. And I can't ever like throw a t-shirt over top of it,
No.
or I sweats over the.
Nope.
I think I'll still take the tuxedo.
I think I'm going bathing suit.
Well,
I really do.
you're more about comfort.
Oh, absolutely.
Mhm.
Comfort all day.
I feel like I'm.
And it's more practical. Imagine I could not work today wearing a tux.
I know.
I would have passed
It'd
out.
be miserable. There'd be lots of situations like I can't ever play pickup basketball again.
Well, you could.
Can I go swimming, or do I have to wear the tux when I
Well,
swim?
that's part of the dilemma.
I mean, neither of these are good choices.
I'm wearing a bathing suit.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, let's move on.
It'd be a fun conversation everywhere you went to.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Either direction.
either way, you
Yeah.
need to have that conversation a
Yeah.
lot. And I'm going to be the one that brings it up too. I'm not going to wait for you to bring it up.
Right.
I'll bet you're wondering why I'm wearing a tuxedo.
Well, someone gave me a choice once.
Yeah. And
This is
I
this is what I
didn't
chose.
know that the gravity of the situation was what it was. All right. My first thing is, Jason, as I've been talking a little bit about, I've been walking a little bit
Yes.
lately. And there are things in life that you do. There are lots of things that we do that we probably don't realize we're doing them. Right?
Yes.
It's just become a habit. It's just the way that you live, and you don't even think about it. But if you stop and think about, why I'm doing the things that I'm doing, then it can be interesting sometimes. So, like, for example, when I walk, every once in a while you're walking on the path, and in front of you, let's say 20 feet, there's a leaf on the ground,
Yeah.
on the path.
Yeah.
Listen, in a perfect world, I want to step on that leaf.
Mm,
Okay,
Yeah.
I want to feel the crunch. I want to hear it.
yes.
I want to step on that leaf. But I have a situation in my walk in which I will only step on the leaf if it is within
A
the
normal
normal,
s-
stride. Right?
Yes.
I'm not going to stutter step to get it.
Right.
I'm not going to reach way out to get
You're
it.
not going to lunge, and you're not going to double
lunge
step.
and not going to double step. And it could be left or right. Like at the last second, it doesn't have to be like I don't
Right.
have to make up my mind.
Right.
But like I don't want anybody watching me, right?
Mm.
Thinking, what's the guy doing? Did he just go out of his way to step on that leaf like
Yeah,
that? And
yeah.
I don't know if it's because of what people think or if it's just I get really happy when it works out.
like the perfect stride.
yeah, the
when
perfect
you hit
stride,
the
and,
leaf, yeah.
and I hit that leaf. It's
Yeah.
a really good feeling, But but I won't. I mean, I might. If I'm coming up on it, see, it's harder to recognize sometimes than you think. Because sometimes even within the last two steps, you're like, I think I got this. Like I think this
Now,
is happening.
if you're like 10 feet away, sometimes you can shorten your stride to the
yeah,
point.
but then again, I'm not
But
going to do that.
Not obviously so. So
Right.
instead of like
Mhm.
3.5 feet stride,
Yeah.
maybe it's a 3-foot stride.
Yeah, I might be able to adjust my stride maybe by a half a foot. I'm thinking more like
A couple inches. I don't know, like half a foot. I don't know, like 6 inches.
I was going to say half a foot. Maybe like 6 inches at the most. I really, literally almost said that. Maybe half a foot. Maybe.
I'm just saying, if
still
you were-
that's stretching it.
No, I get it. But if you're 10 yards out and you recognize it,
It's harder to time that up than you would think. 10 yards out. I mean, it's a crapshoot for me. Like if I'm going to land on this thing or not.
if you
It's not till
shorten
the like third. I got like
2.5 steps.
2.5 steps before
But
I begin
here's
to
the
realize.
thing: is if you shorten your stride from 3.5 feet to 3 feet, 6 inches,
Yeah.
there are more steps
Sure.
in the same
Mhm.
amount. So there's a
Mhm.
larger chance that you're going to hit that leaf.
I think so.
I think it's math.
Right.
You
Yeah.
get one extra step in.
Like a giant has a much less.
Yeah, because he's
Chance.
walking 30 yards at a time.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So if you extrapolate it out like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Picture
Well,
an ant taking bunch of little tiny steps.
Yeah.
He's going to hit the leaf 10 times.
here's a real problem. So one of the places that I walk quite a bit is Ohio State.
I know.
University.
I was just going to say this.
What are you gonna say?
Goose poop.
Well, I wasn't gonna say that. but
Listen,
that's
this is
thing.
a whole nother thing. Okay.
I'll step out of my way to avoid goose poop.
Listen, when I do the goose poop dance,
Uh-huh.
I am like tiptoeing
Yeah.
right down the lane, and
Yeah.
it's awful.
I'll add like if I'm walking around goose poop, I'll double my steps because I feel
Yes.
like
You're like,
there's like
dancing.
a full body.
yeah, cha cha.
You know, a lot of that happening. The other thing that is at OSU, Marion, if you pay
Right.
attention, is there are
Yes.
painted
Yes.
footprints.
The black painted footprints.
I can't focus when I'm on those paths
know.
because I'm so like, am I going to get the thing? And they're not my stride. They're a much taller person's stride.
Yeah, but it's way longer than that. It's
They're
not even
way
way
It's like a
long.
Matt Neff distance. It's like a
even
long
bigger.
distance. Yeah.
It's bigger than that.
And
They're like 15 feet apart from each other.
yeah, and so it's hard for me to time that up, and I'm constantly focusing on, because in a perfect world, I want to hit those perfect every single time,
Absolutely.
but I can't do it.
I also don't like when I catch myself walking against the footsteps
Yeah, I don't like that either.
because
I'll get on the other side of the path. I mean, like that's for that guy,
that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, the goose poop dance. I do that all the way up University Drive.
Yeah.
Because there's right there by the juvenile detention center. There's a
Sure.
retention pond.
Yeah.
The geese like to hang out there.
Yeah.
Therefore, the sidewalk is loaded.
Yeah, that's
That
the
sidewalk is
prime
loaded.
position.
Now, the university, I feel like they take care of it a little bit more,
Uh-huh.
but not a lot more.
Yeah.
At least now that everything's shut down.
Yeah,
But
they've really let themselves go there.
yeah,
It's not great. A lot of weeds growing up everywhere.
I think it should be someone's full-time job
Why not?
to sweep the sidewalks.
Yeah.
Get the goose poop off.
Yeah.
Or shoot the geese out of the air.
I'm okay with that too.
Either one. Goose poop does not belong in sidewalks.
Have you ever walked at the campus there and not walked across the bridge?
Yes.
Oh, I never have.
Well, listen.
I love walking across the bridge.
The bridge is
It's
the
a
best.
great bridge. It's kind of like
yes,
got
it's
an
arched a little
arch
bit, yeah.
to it,
Off to the
There's
one side, there's the fountain.
fountain.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a great bridge. I'll walk it twice sometimes. Now, if there are people around,
Yeah.
I won't walk it twice because then I want to look like an idiot. But if I'm there by myself, I'll walk it. Back
Okay,
and
so
forth.
like 2 times ago when I went walking there was like a couple on the bridge,
Oh,
and I did not. It was a little PDA action.
Yeah.
Which should not happen.
no,
I'm sorry.
not at a place of higher learning.
Now we're 18 to 22-year-olds are hanging out.
No,
No.
they should not be exposed to that sort of.
No. So, anyways, this 2 or 3 times ago, I went walking. 2 people on the bridge, and I wouldn't classify a making out session, but they were touchy
Not
feely.
like it's not like a couple like in line at Cedar Point. Not that bad.
No.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Just like you're in line and they're like in the line next to you. You know what I mean? And she's like sitting on the bar. You know what I mean? Like and they're like bumping into you. You're like,
Yeah.
oh gosh. Yeah. It's not good.
No.
Those people, they need to be drug out into the street
Yeah.
and hit over the head with a snow shovel.
Yes. I've said this many times.
Yeah. Those are the worst people in the world. Top
Mount Rushmore.
bottom
of-
10%.
okay.
Oh,
Mount Rushmore of worst people in the world.
okay. Currently,
I mean, types. Are we talking types of people or
that's
the people?
sketchy. We shouldn't do types. Just individuals.
Because that's so much better.
Individuals.
Okay.
You can hate an individual person. Also,
Just hating large groups of people.
That's
That's not good.
that's a
not a good
that's a
look.
way to get kicked off the air. And for the record, I don't hate anybody, really. I don't.
No. We're just talking about we're classifying people as either good or bad.
Individually. individually. We're not getting into this
No.
identity.
No, listen. It has nothing to do with the way they look, other than the kid in a swimming suit with a shirt. Maybe that guy.
Well, I don't know. We're going to talk about it.
Okay.
So before we do this Mount Rushmore of
No
the
dead
four-
people.
Oh, so we can't pick dead people? Because that's easy. Hitler, Genghis Khan, Mao Zedong, and Joe
Satan.
Biden. That's a joke.
Is
But
it?
before we do that, my daughter had a great idea.
Okay.
She said that every time we do a Mount Rushmore, we should have a board behind us that's like a blank Mount Rushmore, in which we like write the thing in
It's not a
each
bad idea.
face.
Which daughter?
Abby.
Okay.
I thought it was a really good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, ideally,
It's a lot of work.
We'd have some forethought, and we'd do a flannel board, and we'd
Oh,
have all of our
come on.
choices already,
Yeah,
and we'd put it on
stick 'em
there.
up there.
That would be great. I mean, I think long term, that's something that we
Who's
do.
going to put this together?
Our production team when
Estelle?
it happens. No, not her. She doesn't even know if we're recording right now. She's playing Candy Crush.
Are we doing the Mount Rushmore of worst people, or should we maybe
Did we say
avoid that?
worst people? Because I said that the people that make out at Cedar Point are the worst.
Yeah. And you just classified a whole group of people by saying that.
You know, I'm going to do that, though, because I don't feel bad about that, because they shouldn't do that.
I
It makes
agree.
everybody uncomfortable.
Yeah. So there's a guy.
I'll say this.
Yeah.
Nobody that has ever made out in line at Cedar Point. If you know what Cedar Point is, it's an amusement park.
Yeah.
So at any amusement park.
Six Flags. Yeah.
King's Dominion.
Come on.
Disney.
Yeah. Frontier City.
Kings Island.
Yeah.
Nobody that has ever made out in line like that has ever sustained that relationship for longer than 6 months.
That is a true statement.
Right?
Yeah.
There's nobody that's like, we've been married for 30 years and we always make out in line at Cedar Point. That doesn't happen.
No.
Or we once did. You know what I mean? Like, that's how we met. You know what I mean? Like, our mouths
like-
ran into each
He's
other.
like,
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just sorry.
You're
That's-
there. I'm here. We're waiting in line. There's nothing else to do.
Let's do this. I just don't. It's a bad foundation for a relationship.
It is.
I would advise everyone not to do that.
I would also like to submit, in general, the guy that won't shut up in the break room.
You're thinking of somebody specific right now?
Maybe, maybe not. But there's a guy. He tends to.
Let's do groups of people. So
Okay.
now we're
Yeah.
There's the one group
makeout
is
couple.
the makeout couple. The other group is
The guy that won't shut up in the break
the
room.
guy that won't shut up in
Just
the break room.
running his mouth. It's like on the cartoons, the little
Yeah.
like mouse that's from
Mhm.
Brooklyn,
Yeah,
and he just won't shut up.
Yeah.
Like shut up.
Well, nobody wants
Just
to hear.
nobody- The break room. We're chilling
It's a
right
break.
now.
Okay.
The air is on. We're
Yeah.
drinking cold drinks.
Okay.
We just want to chill.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I've got a similar one.
Okay.
The mom at the grocery store who's talking to her kid so loud that everyone can hear what she's saying, and she's doing it on purpose. For some reason,
Yes.
she wants the whole grocery store to hear whatever stupid conversation she's having with little Timmy about,
Yes.
no, Timmy, last time you said you wanted a mango, but when I gave you one, you wouldn't eat it.
Yes.
Remember that, Timmy?
Yes.
That's what you did last time. Last time you said that you wanted that. You know,
Yeah.
that person,
Yeah.
that belongs on
I
this list.
dislike that person.
I don't, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Nobody cares. And in the same category, I'm going to go for it here. Number 4 is public speakerphone talker.
Oh yeah.
That's that person. What are you doing?
You're talking a megaphone.
No, I'm walking.
Oh, speakerphone. Yeah,
I'm walking through the store and I'm talking on my
Yes.
speakerphone.
Yeah.
Why? Why is this harder than this? What's the deal? This. It's not. You're still using your hand. I think my thing thinks I. It's not difficult.
I agree.
That person.
Yes.
That person. That might be the worst.
Well, that or the guy that's listening to Spotify, like as he's walking around.
Yeah,
like
that's no good
nobody
either.
wants to hear this. Get a headset.
Mhm. But I'd say the speakerphone thing is worse.
It's the same for me.
The break room guy.
The
I feel like the
guy.
break room guy, the mom talking to their
Yes.
kids.
We've all
the
experienced these
speakerphone,
people, and the makeout couple.
and the makeout couple.
Yeah.
Those are the worst people.
I hate those people.
And they could be
Anybody
any,
or nobody.
any creed or
Yeah.
faith or age or
Anything. They could be anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gender. They could
If they
be
live-
any of the 72 genders. They could be one of any of them.
It's no, they're not 72. It's fluid.
I heard there's 72 genders.
No, it's fluid.
So
you,
there's
you could be
infinite.
It's infinite
Okay.
because you could be 64 and a half
64 and a half. What?
gender between 64 and 65.
Oh, I see.
It's fluid.
So it's like 0, like all man.
No, 0
So
is
one side is one and one side's the other, like male.
it's
female?
more like a circle.
Uh-huh.
Like it's more like a color wheel. And at any point
I'm glad we're having this conversation.
in time, yeah.
I thought there were 2.
Well, I mean, for the longest time, that's what everybody on the planet believed.
Idiots. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, what's your second thing?
I don't think we've done your second thing.
Oh. I was just trying to get off the gender thing. Would you rather?
Oh,
This will
okay.
be quick. This will be quick.
We're running out of time.
I know. This is why this will be quick. Would you rather lose the ability to read? I know you're a big reader.
Mhm.
Would you rather lose the ability to read or lose the ability to speak?
Ooh, that is a good one.
Yeah.
Lose the ability to read. Can I listen to books?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
not reading.
Or lose the ability to speak?
Yeah.
I guess because I can listen to books, I'm going to take read.
I think I might take speak.
I feel like there are some.
I wouldn't mind not speaking.
Yeah. Sometimes it'd be nice to be like, I don't have to talk now. I can't talk. You know.
Yeah. I just have a sign I can't speak.
Yeah. I'm gonna take that one.
It'd be nice. Can you all the conversations you could get out of?
Yeah, it'd be wonderful.
Uncomfortable conversations. You're sitting at a wedding
Might
reception.
be harder to get out of a conversation though sometimes because
Why?
Well, sometimes you can't speak. You know what I mean? You're a captive audience for the kind of person that can't like.
But do they know you can't speak?
Well, once
You
they
don't
find
just sit
out,
there and listen.
you know, like you're at a wedding, like, hey, Jason over there, he can't talk, and now you got this person that's just looking for a captive audience. And they're like, all he can do is listen to me, and you can't come up with like, oh shoot, you know, I just realized, or you can't do that thing, you know, where you pick up your phone, hello, no,
yeah.
okay, I'll be right over. Sorry, I gotta go. You know,
Yeah. Do you do that sometimes?
What? So my second thing is this is not a Netflix suggestion of the week, but I was watching YouTube. And there's this channel on YouTube. It's called like Only Human, I think.
Okay.
And they have different shows. And they've got a show about called Freaky Eaters.
Freaky Eaters.
Uh-huh.
This is your second thing?
Yeah. Okay. And we watched one.
Yeah.
Last week sometime, about a woman who for the past 30 years, breakfast, lunch, dinner, all she eats is cheesy potatoes.
Okay. And this cooked the same way?
No, sometimes it'll be fries with cheese on top of it.
Okay.
Sometimes it'll be, you know, like sliced up potatoes with like nacho cheese over it.
Okay.
But it's cheese and potatoes together. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And she's a bit overweight, this lady is.
Really?
You know? Yeah,
Huh.
she's put on a couple of pounds. Turns out that's not a great diet if you want to stay fit.
No, I wouldn't think so.
And so we're watching this, and it is just, she just refuses to eat a vegetable. So they bring in this guy who's
Is it a potato a vegetable?
I don't know. I don't feel like it is. So they bring in this guy who he calls himself a psychotherapist.
Yeah.
And then a nutrition specialist. And they're
Okay.
going to help her overcome her fear. So they always do the shock therapy thing. So they had like all the potatoes that she eats in 4 months in this giant barrel. And then they are on top of a hill. And they're like, we want you to come over here, take a look at this. And then they dump the thing down the hill, and just so many potatoes are just rolling down the hill.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is how many potatoes you eat in 4 months.
Wow.
And she was like, oh my goodness, you know.
Yeah.
And then they brought out these bags of cheese, these giant bags of cheese. And like, this is the amount of cheese that you eat on these potatoes. So we want you to open up those bags of cheese. These 4 giant, I mean, they're like this big.
Yeah.
And we want you to spread them all over the potatoes. And we want to watch you do
It's
it.
like shame,
Yeah.
right?
They're shaming her. And
Yeah.
she's like, so embarrassed, you know. And like, this is what you do. You know, this is who you are, you know. So
I think I'd be good at that
then
job.
you'd be great at it.
Yeah.
And so I don't feel like either the people that are saying what they are the things that they are. They're
Yeah.
fake people, I think.
Yeah.
And then they do this thing where they stick her hand in a box,
Okay.
and she can't see what's on the other side. They're
Yeah.
going to put something in your hand, and you tell us what it is. So first thing she grabs it, she's like, that's a potato. She's pretty happy. And then they do a couple of things, and then they slice a tomato.
Okay.
And so she picks up a slice of tomato, and she's like feeling it. I don't care who you are. You don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And they're like, do you know what that is? And she's like, it's a tomato. She's like, she starts gagging. She's like, as she's like holding it, she's like, like gagging, just touching this tomato. It's hilarious. And so, her husband, is, I mean, he's on her side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
Is
he's
he also?
I'm afraid that I'm just gonna wake up one day and she's just gonna be dead from eating these cheesy potatoes. I don't know why her husband is Bill Clinton, but it is.
She eats so many cheesy potatoes.
I did not inhale the cheesy potato. So so he wants to help her.
Cheesy potatoes.
I just love them so much. They're so good. I can't get enough cheesy potatoes.
Look at her. She loves them too.
It's so he is invested in helping her, and he's a tad overweight.
Yeah.
Like you or I.
Okay.
She's obese.
Yeah.
Like boom baba. She's a large woman.
Are you
Which
fat?
Any woman that's from Stand By Me, great
Yeah.
movie, you should watch it. It might be my Netflix suggestion of the week if we run out of time.
Yeah.
She's large, as would anybody be with that diet.
Yeah.
She obviously has some mental issues.
Yeah.
There are lots of people that eat horribly.
Yeah.
To say I'm only going to eat cheesy potatoes. I mean, there's
Listen,
something.
I would like that.
This is a control.
Yeah.
This is a control thing at some point.
Yeah.
So, he's invested in helping her, and she also won't eat with him because she's ashamed.
Yeah.
So like their whole marriage, like she like goes and like eats by herself,
Yeah.
which is another strange thing. And he's like, I just want to eat a meal together, and I want to sit across from you. So so they do all this stuff, and then they do these things to try to get her to taste other foods.
Right.
She's doing it. She's like, oh, okay, maybe I can do this, And so we're going to leave them for 4 days and see how they do on their own.
Right.
But leave the cameras around. And so he makes some broccoli for her. So he cooks up some broccoli and some butter or whatever. And then she, in order to help her, he puts some cheese over the broccoli. You know what I mean? So it's like better than, right? So we're taking baby steps here, And
she licked the cheese off.
Well, she ate a couple. She literally, it was like, it couldn't have been less. It was like this much on a plate. And she was like, she's making these faces, and she puts it, she eats it, and she goes, now I just want to eat cheesy potatoes. She's like, I'm going to get the fries, And she's like, I can't fight the craving. So she goes and she makes herself some cheesy potatoes, and she's now eating cheesy potatoes because she had one bite of broccoli with cheese, And my favorite, lots of stuff happens, and they try to end it.
What is this? Is this YouTube?
It's called Freaky Eaters. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
There's other episodes that I've watched.
Okay.
We have a friend named Jad. Who
yes, I was thinking that this whole time.
There's one about a guy who only eats pizza.
Okay, that's Jad.
That's our friend Jad. But anyway,
the first time he had lettuce, like in a salad, it was
like
when you said that.
I know. The pizza guy, they took him to a No. There's another guy. They took to a Mongolian grill. He was a meat only guy. He only ate, and they're like, why don't we get some vegetables? And he literally put one tiny little carrot on top of his meat. He's like, that's good. So, my favorite moment of the whole show is her husband, is trying to help her out, and I wrote it down. Her name was Kelly. He was Southern. I was doing the Bill Clinton, but on a. He's like, I think Kelly's. It's a Forrest Gump. Yeah, that was Forrest Gump. But he's from Alabama.
Okay,
so
go with it.
I could do like the Louisiana.
Okay,
that's
Southern drawl.
Like you got some. Now I'm just all over the place. I feel like Kelly's biggest struggle is her craving for cheesy potatoes. He's like just sitting there. He's like, I feel like Kelly's biggest struggle is her craving for cheesy potatoes. Like, yeah, I mean that's the thing, man. Like that's why we're here. What a breakdown. So anyway, the show is called Freaky Eaters, and watch the cheesy potato episode. It's wonderful.
I want to watch it.
There's a pizza one.
Okay.
There's one guy. I've only watched 3. And then the other guy will only eat like meat. Now I know
That's not
it's
so
a
bad.
carnivore. It's not so bad, but like the whole thing, like with keto, is you can't just eat meat. You got to have vegetables and
Yeah.
a balanced diet, and it's not good to only eat like red meat all the time. You
It's
wouldn't
not
even eat
good
fish
to
or
eat
anything.
the same thing no matter what it is.
Yeah, no matter what it
Yeah.
is. So this is a guy that only
Although,
eats meat.
if it was pizza, you could have different types of pizza.
See, that's the other thing. This guy was only eating
Like cheese pizza.
yeah, like cheese and pepperoni.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't putting any vegetables on it. Because
I
I was
love-
thinking,
Yeah.
there's some ways that you could do pizza to
Yeah.
keep a pretty balanced diet. It still wouldn't be the best thing.
Listen,
in the world.
I'm not a big fan of the fancy pizza places.
Yeah.
You know, where they have like, listen,
I like
there's-
a fancy pizza.
listen,
I'm pretentious though. So
you
that's
are
that's my
pretentious.
thing.
In general,
Mhm.
just give me like the chain pizza or the family pizza. Like the like family owned pizza place
Oh
in
yeah,
town.
yeah. The
right?
Berwick.
That would be one example. Or Pierce's, right? There's
Uh-huh.
lots of different examples around town.
Yeah.
That I would love.
Mhm.
It's like a family place.
Yeah.
Or the chain.
Tubby's.
That yes,
Have you
that's
had
it.
Tubby's?
Not recently, but
I might get Tubby's tonight. I still have to walk.
you could
today.
walk to Tubby's,
Mm-hmm.
eat, and then walk
That's
home.
not happening. Once you eat Tubby's, you're done. You're done for the night.
I do like Tubby's. What I'm saying is this: some of the like the stone fired
Yeah.
grill,
I like those.
but they put like weird stuff
Yeah.
on it.
I like
Listen,
that.
what I'm saying is, if you put it in the pizza category, you could eat all sorts of things.
Sure.
It's not my favorite type of
And
pizza.
you don't even have to have like cheese on it. You know what I mean? And the
could
crust
put
can
anything.
be very minimal. Went to
It
our
could be
sister's house
anything. Yeah.
Monday night,
Uh-huh.
and she had a hole in her wall
Mm.
that I told her I would fix.
Yeah.
So I fixed the hole in her wall, and she made keto pizza. The crust was made of sausage, spinach, cheese, and almond flour. And
Was it
she
good?
made. I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. So that kind of pizza is not bad. Not
Yeah.
the worst thing for you. But anyway, it's called Freaky Eaters, and I loved it so much. And so my daughter Abby was so disgusted by it. I keep on saying, "Hey, let's make some cheesy potatoes." She's like, "I will never eat cheesy potatoes for the rest of my life." Like
Right, that's funny.
the phrase "cheesy potatoes" has been said in our house.
Do you remember when I made you potatoes when we were?
I'd say I was probably maybe 8, and
was
you were
10.
maybe 10.
Yeah.
And it was summertime. We
Yeah.
were home alone,
Yes.
and we had no food.
Well, I'm sure there was some food.
It
but
was. I mean, the cupboards were bare. It was like, yes, tomorrow is grocery day. You know,
we
and
the
I
options
was,
were limited.
and I was
Yeah.
hungry,
Yeah.
and I was complaining about it.
Yes.
And I'm hungry. There's nothing to eat. You know, and you're like, just make something. Like, I don't know how to make anything. You know what I mean? Like, fine, I'll make you something. I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? So you went to the kitchen
There was a bag of potatoes,
and you cut them up
Yeah.
into like
little dice.
disc
Yeah,
size.
I don't know if that. I remember dice it like cubes
I don't know. And then you
Yeah.
put them on a pan
Uh-huh.
and you just cooked them.
for like 2 minutes.
No butter, no nothing.
Yeah.
You just put them on a pan.
Yeah.
And then you just shoved it in front of me like, eat that. I'm like, it was awful. I mean, I couldn't chew it. It
Yeah.
was horrible.
It was a raw potato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would make an excellent potato now, but you got to learn
Listen,
from the mistakes.
I know how to make a good potato now.
Cheesy potato.
And I know how to make a good cheesy potato too. All right, Jason, what's
Was
your
that
third
your
thing?
second? That was your second.
We got to wrap this up, man.
I brought stuff for the show.
Okay, good.
So I've got 4 different items.
All right.
Item number 1.
R.
Item number 2.
Oh, an L. I think
Now,
I see where this is going.
I would love another R.
What?
I don't have one. I don't have one. I have an L and an R. Show the camera.
So
Now,
this,
ideally, if there was another R, Lauer Road Radio, that would have been great.
obviously, that's where I
Yeah.
thought this was going. And I'm
No,
looking for the
No,
other R.
there's no other R.
Okay.
So maybe we'll find another R.
Could be R7.
Yeah.
Could be 7R, LR, or RL. That's it. Because an upside down R is not really.
It's not a thing.
It's a peace symbol. Somebody doing that.
Okay. That's not important.
It's an.
It gets better.
Okay. I would assume it would have to.
I'm going to give it to you. I want to surprise you.
I'm surprised. You got
Okay,
me.
ready?
I don't know what it
You
is.
Ready? Ready?
Yeah.
Well,
United States of America
Yeah.
established. This is good. This should,
Yes.
yeah. Maybe
Go
I'll-
right on the shopping cart. Yes.
Actually, it's the same kind of red almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll find a
Pin it-
way.
Yeah.
I think I've got some zip ties.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why I just said it like an Italian. A zip
It's
ties.
a zip ties. I've got some zip ties.
Yeah, that's
Isn't
great.
that great?
Mhm.
I love that.
I don't
Best
know why that's happening there.
Country on the planet.
Would you pick this? Would you pick this sweet thing up?
Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Okay.
Oh, listen to that.
Snap.
I could do that all day.
I know. Okay, one more thing. Put that away. This has a dad life vibe,
Okay.
okay? Because we do a lot of dad life stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually in the jingle,
Okay.
right?
All right.
Dad life,
Yeah.
Thug life.
Bright lights inside. All right. What? Minivan mega fun.
Yeah,
All right.
minivan mega fun. You have You have two
I
minivans.
have two minivans.
Yeah, I have a full size van.
Yeah, this is definitely a dad life situation. But I like the minivan.
The minivan's
I wouldn't trade it in.
very good.
Minivan
Not as good
doesn't
as a
hold your family.
It's not as no, it doesn't hold my family.
Yeah.
It's not as good as a full size van. I can do
Well.
so much more with my van.
Yeah, but it's got some things that are better than a full size van.
Like what?
Well, it's easier to get in and out of, for one.
I'm not 100 years old.
Well, for little kids.
You don't have little kids.
I did.
Not anymore.
I just like the minivan.
I like a full size van. Anyways, these are great. Minivan,
pretty good.
mega fun.
All right. My third thing is, let's see. I will keep it. Okay, I'll keep this one short. Today, I sprayed Roundup over the whole property around the Lauer Radio Studios.
Yeah.
And
You got permission from
I-
Raul.
I get a lot of fun. Yeah, well, wasn't permission. It was more of like an order. It was
Yeah.
like,
Like, who are you to order me around?
Mhm.
Right? Raul should be doing it.
Anyway, I love to spray Roundup and then just go back every day and just watch it slowly die.
Yeah.
It just feels like powerful. You know
Yeah.
what I mean, like a power over you. And,
Okay.
I think, is that a concern that I feel that way, that I get so much joy from making a living thing?
I would say it's
Die.
on par with the lady in the grocery store yelling at her son really loud so everybody else can hear.
You feel like
I
it's
bought
that,
you a mango.
that same level.
It's close. Yeah.
Jason, play the Netflix music. Netflix music.
Netflix, watch these shows with us. Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus. Netflix, watch these shows with us. Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus. Or maybe Amazon Prime or something like that, like YouTube. Or we don't want to put a box around what you watch, so you never know.
That's probably 30 seconds too long. And it's 35 seconds.
Yeah, I was trying to do the math in my head.
All right, what is your Netflix suggestion of the week?
So Stella and I just drove back from Oklahoma, a
Mhm.
15-hour ride.
Mm.
And driving to Oklahoma, I about fell asleep and crashed the car 6 times.
Yeah.
I was very tired.
Mhm.
Very long week.
Yeah.
So driving back, I'm like, I'm going to download some Netflix
Mhm.
to my phone.
Yeah.
And watch it.
Right.
I downloaded the entire season of Space Force. Steve Carell. It's a brand new.
Steve Carell. Man, you're so much like your dad sometimes.
Listen.
Like just the way you pronounce
What'd I
things.
say?
Cottrell.
Yeah.
And somehow you didn't say Steve right either. I don't even know how you did
Listen.
it. Is it any good?
No, it's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Super political. Left.
No, actually not.
Oh, really? Just not
It was
funny.
just stupid.
Yeah.
It was really stupid. I played it because Estelle recently got into the kick with The Office.
Yeah.
And we watched Anchorman recently, and he's in that, and he's great in that. And I thought, this will be fun. 10 hours in the car, 10 episodes in a row, an hour each.
Mhm.
I wasted, I didn't have anything else to do, but it was awful.
Not good.
The only reason I finished it is because
This is the only choice you had.
it was the only choice I had.
Well, I did not watch it.
Don't watch
'cause
it.
Looks
It's awful.
super dumb to me.
It is super dumb.
So, my Netflix suggestion of the week is I've been home
Yes.
by myself,
Yeah.
and I've been watching some strange YouTube videos about people that eat
As
cheesy
one does.
potatoes.
Yeah.
But mostly what I've been watching now that I'm by myself is The Simpsons on Disney.
Yeah.
I mean, they have literally every episode
Yeah.
for all 30 seasons
Yeah.
on there.
There's
Now,
like
the
800
first
episodes.
6 seasons,
Not great.
not great.
Yeah.
It's more like all Bart's little catchphrases and then Homer
Yeah.
strangling
Eat
him.
my shorts, man.
Yeah. But once you get past,
Cowabunga.
once
Yeah.
Conan starts being a writer, and
Oh,
you know what
yeah.
I mean, that's when it starts to
When you
take
start
off.
to see monkeys,
Yeah.
that's when you know
when
you've hit
it's
it.
gonna
Yeah.
be good. So I've been watching The Simpsons. I was just watching one yesterday. It was from season 30, and Homer and Marge. Marge has to go out of town, and right when she's going out of town, the new season on Netflix of Otter Stuff just dropped instead
Okay.
of Stranger Things.
Right.
And it was like the graphics and the
Yeah.
music and stuff. And so it's kind of a Stranger Things themed
Yeah.
episode of The Simpsons
Yeah.
where Homer, and then Marge is like, "Don't watch it without me, homie. That's our show."
Right.
So then Homer can't take it, and so he binges the whole show all
Yeah,
night long
yeah.
and watches the whole season of Otter Stuff. And I just love Otter Stuff.
Yeah.
It's so great instead of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
So
I like The Simpsons.
yeah, The Simpsons are, my wife doesn't care for it as much as I do. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's a bit much for me. There's an episode here and there that I definitely like, okay, I'm not going to do this,
Right.
So,
Mr. Plow is great.
yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
Plow's good. Yeah, there's a lot of great ones.
Yeah.
But so that's what I've been watching.
Okay.
Is Simpsons on Disney Plus. So I'd say that's a show.
Yes, it is.
We'll be back.
Yeah. Soon.
We
Yeah.
may or may not be wearing similar clothing
Yeah.
to what we're wearing now. Because here's what we're throwing around. What if we wore the same stuff every week?
Yeah.
And so we'll just do it twice. So next week you just make sure to wear that whole get up.
The same thing.
Yeah, just wear the same thing.
Okay.
And I'll wear this.
Okay.
And we'll just get feedback from the people.
To
Like,
see if they like
Do
it.
you like us
or
in the same
change
thing
it
every
up.
week? Or should
Yeah.
we just wear something different every week?
Okay.
So, all right, this is Dan signing off for Jason, reminding you to always keep your stick on the ice and never wear the blue sweats.
Sit, Boo, sit. Good dog.
I have spoken.